All right. So, I don't know why that's even up there. All right. It's another one.
Chips. Fish and chips. Like fish and chips. No, they're good.
By the way, in the meantime, thank you guys for kicking it with us. Hit the like button. Share this with at least 2 people. At least 2 people. Tell them that your favorite After Church podcast is live right now. We having some great conversation. Come kick it with us, everybody. All right. Just another one Jerry Day sent us. Let's check it out. Let's see.
Those I've seen in a while.
Can I
Don't delete the footage. Oh, you want to talk now? So which one of you did it? My stepdaughter was up here. She said the guy behind the counter was over here kissing her hand. She is underage. She is 15 years old. So who did it? So who did it?
It looks at me like he did it.
If I did,
no, the dude who said if I did.
Oh, so now if I did, my intentions weren't like that. But guess what? When the police come to get me, they take you to jail too.
Oh, okay. Well, here it is. I'm thinking,
No, it's locked. He's scared. No, bro, please. You going to jail. Right with it.
destruction of property. You ain't got to do all that. We ain't not in prison anymore, Damon.
Nothing like that, sir.
Put your hands out. Put them out.
Nothing like that, sir. Please trust me.
Unlock the door to go to police.
Unlock the door. The police here.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked. Oh, I know this officer.
Shit, all you gotta do is run the camera back.
All right, cool. I was trying to help you out.
It's unlocked, sir.
Who do that? Y'all.
That's my daughter.
You weird ass.
Run that camera. She's underage and he was up here kissing on her hand.
Okay, hold on.
I said, what the fuck you doing? Why you arrest nobody yet?
Y'all from
You already know. You know me. I said, I know this officer.
You're supposed to jump through that little
He was
hole.
kissing on my
Y'all
stepdaughter's
with
hand.
them?
No, they was
Little
just
hole
customers
they
in here.
talking to.
Okay, y'all go ahead and
Y'all go ahead.
Get off.
No, go ahead. Take yourself and go. Take yourself and go. Y'all got some
Call
free
Dwayne and
shit.
tell him to
Y'all
bring
got
me
some
out.
Definitely gonna take some stuff with you.
Seeing Twinkies in your pocket.
Yeah.
What happened?
Call Dwayne and
Yeah,
tell
out
him
here
to
kissing
bring me out.
people.
Okay.
Run that camera. They ain't gonna talk to my stepdaughter. She around the corner. I'll go to jail for this.
I know. Okay.
I don't give a I'm planting my kids.
Y'all so y'all.
Those gas stations on flirting. Yeah.
600 mil black
It do not. It is not.
My stepdaughter just told me that the guy behind the counter was kissing on her hand.
Didn't want to let her hand go with shit while she trying to pay for her stuff.
She ain't number.
What happened? The maid, but she came in the stove.
No, talk to me. Talk to me.
She came in the stove,
Mm-hmm.
and the man, like behind the counter or whatever, was kissing on her hand. Didn't want to let her hand go, and she was trying to pay for her stuff.
When was this?
Just a few minutes ago. That's
Not too long ago. When I pulled up to the house, they told me.
Okay. Who was with her?
Her, my her best friend, my daughter, and her best friend. They was together.
Any adult?
No adult.
Oh, so they just walked up here or something?
Yes.
From the house?
And they
Yeah.
15 and 16.
Yes.
Gotcha. Where they at now?
They at home.
Okay. Can
And
you-
then this
look,
say,
hey, look.
If I did it, I didn't have no bad intention.
Can you go?
my kids?
Yeah, and bring it back up
Yeah,
here.
put my
I will.
phone in
Talk
your
to
phone.
me.
I got it.
No,
It's in my
put it
phone.
in my
got your
pocket.
phone?
I got your phone.
No, check my phone.
Now, I'm not saying the way he reacted was right, but I'm also saying this. We need more daddies to take up for their babies with the same intensity as this man. I couldn't find an update on this story, but I hope that the clerk was dealt with. He is on camera admitting to what he was doing. Daddy, whoever you are, we support you. Keep defending your babies. We need more men like you. This is
Okay, let's see. This did they get arrested as well? Why didn't he just call the police? No, he's going to jail. That girl lying. That girl lying. Stepdad stepped up. Respect to the officer for the way he handled the situation. Free that real daddy, did what he needed to be done. I'm on the dad's side. No grown man should be kissing on a child. What? The only thing I see wrong about the reaction is that someone who wasn't even involved in this now has to clean up the mess, talking about all the stuff on the ground. Other than that, good on the dad for standing up for his child. Let's see what this and that's a stepdad I had to rewatch because I thought it was a dad. I thought it was her dad for real as well. Man, mom got a good dude right there. Yes, that wasn't the best reaction, but predatory behavior has to be confronted aggressively because you aren't just standing up for your kid. You're doing it for possible future victims, period. Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, that kind of goes with the story just before, you know. Got to crash out for your kids.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even mean for them to connect like that.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Oh, that's how I sent them, though. I sent them back to back because I had got them like that. But, yeah.
What you laughing at me for?
What you think about the story? Oh, JVD, what's your question before we go?
No, it wasn't really a question, but it did kind of coincide with that. I mean, would you crash out for yours? And I think we kind of on the same page. We really touched it on the last video, and this just kind of coincides with it.
Only kind of thing I have, like, I'd have my daughter back up there to point out, because I'm not asking them. I want to hear my daughter. I understand she's terrified, but I'd have my stepdaughter or my daughter or whoever point him out. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to say nothing. Point him out, tell me what he had on. Mom, you feel this. I'm for to beat you till the police get here. And it's cool, like people say he shouldn't have went to jail. His charges going to probably get dropped anyway. All that shit going to get dropped. It's going to get dropped. He's just going for a ride and just to go do all this. The DA not going to take that case on. But that's a freebie. You beat him till the police come there.
Yeah, easy money.
You let her film, and while you doing it, so you can have it, and then you take it to your lawyer, because we're going to get a lawyer, and you ask the lawyer if this okay for we to, I ain't going to show the police this, but this okay for we can go for our defense or whatever. But the lawyer defend you and all that, but that's a freebie. You beat him for a good minute. You beat him till the police get there. It depends on what neighborhood. That'll be a while. But if it's a good neighborhood, it'll be a minute.
But you know what? In a lot of black neighborhoods, because you're saying that was a Memphis police officer.
Yeah.
Right? So in a lot of black neighborhoods, though, you will get a lot of guys or people who own those particular liquor stores.
Yep.
They're real predatory.
Yep.
It just is what it is, man. They really prey on, particular, younger girls and stuff like that. I've been in Detroit, and they like that in Detroit, too.
That's one of them ones where, like, people be talking about I'm violent. No, I'm not. I'm not all that. But that right there with kids, I do not play about kids. They didn't even got to be my kids. It's just one thing, you just don't fuck with kids. You leave, kids are the innocent. And even though there's some little bad motherfuckers out here and all that, they're still the innocent because they have not been taught. But you defend kids at all costs. Some of them need to go to jail and learn some lessons and stuff like that. But you don't do no heinous thing like that to little girls that she just coming there to buy something at the store. No, you get beat. And you get beat decent. From back in the day where I came from, that's one of them assholes where you beat him out his clothes. You beat him so decent till he think he on fire and he coming up out his clothes.
Remember Cameron and Paid in Full?
That's a fact.
When he snatched Buddy up out the car?
Yeah.
He should have did that to dude because it was a big ass little slight. Pulled him right up out of there.
Actually, I ain't gonna even tap your store. I'm gonna tap your store with your body. I'm finna throw you through every glass in this motherfucker. I'm finna try to break the little bulletproof glass you got there. We're gonna see if you can go through it. It's all facts though. Am I lying to you every day?
Nah, he right. You got to remember, this is Maul. He's the person that's gonna put the mask on your face. He gonna plaster.
Yeah, like no, you don't mess with kids though. You don't do no kid. No, you don't. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not a violent person, but when it comes, fuck with kids, bro. I'm like, I give a lot of passes to a lot of things. I don't talk about like, but bro, when you mess with kids like that and you messing with a little girl, man, come on, like let's. No, man, I'm not with that.
Drake.
No, we gonna go ahead and beat you decent, B. Don't do that. Don't mess with nobody kids and don't mess with nobody wife. That'll really get you back fucked up. For real, for real.
Yeah, I so what do you think about the part about him messing up the gas station?
It's part of the game. You did what you did. All this is part of it. I'm a big firm believer in. You do something to me, you don't get to debate your consequences for doing something to me. Mm-hmm. If I go overboard, okay, I did. But if you'd have never fucked with me, we would never be in this situation. That's just how I do things. Or that's just how I feel about a lot of things. Because I'm not going to go out there and mess with you. That's like right now, if we walking down the street and I haul off and I just stop somebody just because I want to. If he pull out the banging light, have me right here screaming, talking about, because he shot me, that's what I get for fucking with people. That man was minding his business, and I went out there and I was doing something wrong to him.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any arguments against how he reacted. You know, me personally, I would have handled it a little bit differently.
You'd have prayed for him first.
No.
I'm just bullshitting now.
I would ask, my daughter questions. I would have asked as many questions as I could possibly think of to get her perspective and her understanding of how what happened. Mm-hmm. And I would do the same thing. This is me not being in the situation, right? I would, like Maul said, take her up there, point out who did it.
Facts.
And then I would get the police involved from there. Mm-hmm. I would get the police involved. That's it. That's all. Because I don't know. Obviously, I don't know where these guys are from specifically, but there are some places overseas that say like 15 is a legal age.
We ain't overseas. We're in America,
and that's what I was getting at.
We in America. Fuck that. We're in the United States.
That's what I was getting at. So a lot of them take their practices and their thought processes that they have over there and bring them over here. I'm not saying that I'm not justifying or arguing whatever that they may or may not know the age of legality in the U.S. I'm just saying they felt comfortable doing that.
And you know what else I say too? Well, I understand what you're going to do, but why I have to do what I'm going to do first? Bro, he has to know that he can't ever do this to another kid again. And you just calling the police without getting no hood justice real quick, he going to be back in no time because all he did was kiss her hand. But we know how far that can go, and we know how disrespectful that is. But just calling the police, like you said, but that's cool what you do. I'm not knocking what you're going to do. But that's the reason why I say I would have beat him till the police got there.
Yeah, beat him to a pulp.
Yeah.
Like MS said, right? He said, you got to follow the laws of the country you're in. Because if you ever go to Singapore, you can't spit, you can't chew gum and spit the shit out. They're going to beat you to a pulp. You're going to get a whole bunch of years. You be scared to do shit over there. Dubai as well.
But like Maul just said, we ain't over there.
Well, right? No, that's my point is when you're in somebody else's country, you need to abide by their laws.
He was talking about what you saying that they can go in another country.
Yeah, so I don't care if you fucking on 13-year-olds in your country. Over here in America, you can't do that.
In America?
In America, you can't do that. I don't care about your rituals and your traditions and shit like that over there. When you come over here, we don't do that. Well, you're not supposed to. Yeah. And if you do it, well, there's consequences and repercussions. Yeah. You know.
DHBS, you stupid. He said, yes, bloke.
Exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. That's Singapore. And I get that. And what I'm saying, again, every law, every country has different parameters and things that you cannot do. Yeah. So even though you're American, you can't go with Singapore taking your American laws over to Singapore thinking you're going to do over there.
No, that's facts. That's right? Super facts.
And what I'm saying is wherever the fuck they're from, they can't take those traditions or whatever and bringing it over here without abiding by our laws. And that's really that simple.
Yeah, and I agree because we've covered here on this podcast how some people go over to overseas. I know of at least 3 stories that I've heard where somebody, an American, went overseas and did what they did in America overseas, ended up being in jail for it.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the girl's name, but she like yelled at a police officer or something like that. In that country where she was at, women aren't allowed to barely even talk to me.
Used to my Dubai.
Barely even talk to me, and let alone yell at them.
Yeah. Shit, I heard of another story where a dude left out of our country with one bullet in his backpack. One bullet. Went overseas somewhere, coming back into the country. They damn near finna give his ass 20 years for that one bullet.
Yeah, I saw something like that too. I've seen multiple cases of that.
And I would say to that is, why the fuck are you using your gun bag to go travel with?
Why bring it?
No, that's the same bag that they use to go to the range or do whatever they need to do with.
My gun bag, I don't touch the gun bag.
Thank you, point exactly.
That's what I was getting at.
It's a gun bag for a gun bag.
That's what I was getting at.
You don't use that for multiple things. I don't care what you're talking about.
Why
sometimes
are
I'll be like, oh, I could put this in here.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
No, you can't. No, you
especially
cannot.
where we work at.
No, you cannot. No.
That sounds like that's what I was asking. Like, look, why are you bringing that? Like one bullet or 2 or 3 shell casings that other people like.
He forgot. He probably missed. You know what I mean? You probably missed. You probably using. If you're using a bag for multiple different things, that bullet probably fell out.
Yep.
And you missed it.
Have multiple bags. It's okay to have multiple book bags. I got a book bag I carry with every day. But that will not go with me to the gun range because I know I carry that to work. So why would I take that bag to the gun range with me or even carry my gun in that bag? Period.
Yeah, that's not the bag.
It's not the bag for that.
That's the gun bag.
Yeah.
No one brought an extra bag.
That's what I'm saying. My wife, you ungrateful sons of bitches. My wife will never make y'all know both sheets with their holes cut in them.
I can't see all this thing.
You sound like you belong with him when you said that. You sounded too good, brother.
Yeah.
He sounded a little too good, man. You sound, don't say that no more. You sound a little too good.
Space has been practicing his white. You know what I'm saying? It's not no problem. You from KNoWKi?
Yeah. Oh shit, man.
But no, man, that's I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah, I got multiple bags.
Like
multiple things. I got
like
a lot
why
of
would
bags.
Why would you even do that though? Like Naps and Beauty said it earlier. I think it was Naps and Beauty said. He said those gas station owners be flirting hard. Just give me $20 on 10, please.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they. To be frank, a lot of men from different cultures look at black women, black girls as some type of prostitutes. I'm serious. They really do.
Sexual objects.
Yeah.
The sexual objects that they don't like to be perceived as.
They wouldn't want you really around like that, but they'll pay you a couple dollars.
Just want to smash real quick.
Yeah.
Get their nut off.
And that's a whole different subject I was about to start. But yeah, like I don't necessarily, as far as my response, I think in regards to the stepfather, he did what he was supposed to do, go up and confront the man that his daughter accused, said that kissed her hand. I think it was a little bit ineffective though, because you just, like the lady in the video that was recording said, you just damaged a whole bunch of property, but you didn't ever get your hands on the actual man.
That's why I said you go point him out, and you look at him. You say, "All right, bet he got to close the store. You got to go home. We ain't even got to get the police involved. But don't trust and believe you won't ever blow a kiss at another little black little girl or Latino girl or whatever the fuck they was ever again. I bet you that." And like what a great philosopher once told me, I always keep a pooch iced tea in the car. I always keep a pooch iced tea in the car. If you know, you know.
So yeah, man, I don't.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit for what he did and how he reacted. I think it was a little bit ineffective, being the fact that he didn't actually. That the person, unless he pursues an actual case with the whole situation and get the police involved and run the tape and all that stuff and run the security tapes.
All it's gonna be is inappropriate touching or something like that, which is gonna be like a fine and don't do this no more, like a slap on the wrist. That ain't really like.
I don't know, bro. Because
like, I don't know what the charges would be.
I mean, it was. What would they be specifically? Something involving a minor.
Ain't that assault?
I was gonna say sexual assault.
But what degree?
Shit,
I don't know the
Not the
degrees.
3rd degree.
Cool. He in there for a couple of days or whatever. When he come back, snatch his ass up, catch his ass at the light.
You know what I miss though? I miss old school people. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, then we can move along, right? Because back in the day, old school people used to be like one of my uncles told me, and Jerry, they gonna probably try to guess who this is because he met a couple of my uncles. But he told me one time, right, somebody did something, and he used to keep a trunk full of tools. He threw them in the trunk, and he used to just drive around and pressing the brakes real hard. So now they rolling in the trunk, and the tools going all this and all that, right? And then he say, let him out the trunk and told him, I don't want to see you no more, or whatever, not like that. But old school ways used to be real effective because I don't think that dude ever came back again for what he did.
That's true.
See, Nasty Beauty, sometimes tradition works.
But he did, and when he did that and he told me that, therefore on, I looked at my uncle real different, like, this motherfucker done probably killed a couple people. Because who will think of some, I've never would have thought of nothing like that. Am I...
No, you right.
Like, who will think of something to have some tools in the trunk just for that?
What you think about, and this kind of adds to what you were just saying, you think about a lot of, I think I might have brought it up on the podcast, but a lot of black people who came from the north, from the south up to the north, their grandfather did something down south where they had to flee. You see what I'm saying? Where they did something, right? They didn't kill somebody, they didn't killed Mr. Matthews or whatever. All right. And they had to get up out of there. And you'll ask your grandfather, hey, why you don't never go back? Oh, I don't go back down there. And they was big on giving people consequences. They wasn't scared of the people.
Hey, and guess what? Remember that's what I was talking about when I said them down south people, not scared of like all that other whatever you talking about down there. Them old school black folks will get with you. For real.
That's all I got for that. You guys got anything else before we move on to the next thing?
Nothing at all. I thought that was Jason Kidd though.
You down bad if you doing Instagram videos.
All right. Before we move on, again, thank you guys for kicking it with us. Thank you guys for MS, Be Humble, DHBS kicking it with us in the chat. Share this with 2 people that you know. Tell them your favorite after church podcast is on right now. Now, here's something that that made the internet explode, go crazy. All right. So this guy.
Drake or Kendrick sue each other over a diss track?
Damn,
Maybe,
Lord.
but it would depend on a few things. For one, it may be hard to prove defamation when it's said over a catchy beat and rhymes. Yo, Ugo Lord don't know shit about the law. That's because when it's said in a diss track, a court may be more likely to think the statements are opinion and not meant to be taken literally.
I pray my get big as the Eiffel Tower so I can the world for 72 hours.
Well, there's no way that's true. But another reason they wouldn't sue is because they have to prove what the other person said about them is a lie. And I don't think either of them wants to because rappers like their private lives private. I don't know if they like judges and lawyers poking around their totally safe and legal parties. But what if it's all true? What if all the accusations said between these diss tracks are actually facts? Well, then it wouldn't be defamation because you can't be sued for telling the truth. So can they sue each other? Absolutely. But I think it's better for everyone if they just keep dropping bangers. Hey, we sure showed Ugo, right guys? There's no way he's gonna... Oh no.
I was really trying to keep it PG.
Can Drake or Kendrick?
So the internet is saying that, well, I want to clear up a misconception from what I understand about it. The internet is saying Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar for, well, I'm just clearing that part up. People saying Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar when...
Did you say they suing each other?
Well, he said that the guy in that video said that, but that's the first time I heard anybody say them suing each other specifically. Mm-hmm. Now the internet is saying Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar specifically when, from what I understand, that's not true. Drake is suing UMG and Spotify for boosting Not Like Us. When in reality, he's saying that if they didn't, Not Like Us wouldn't have been as popular as it was.
I think cap.
Now, a lot of people's reaction are saying that Drake is a sore loser, and this is like fighting getting into a fight with your school bully or whatever, the person that you always fight with, you losing, and then turn around and telling your mama that you lost. So, generally speaking, based off of that, what do you guys think about Drake suing UMG and Spotify for allegedly boosting Not Like Us?
I mean, do what all is in your power, I guess. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know what he's looking to get out of that. So, trying to get some money, or obviously.
Let me go back to this. Ma, you got any thoughts at all?
No, really, because I don't know, because the internet throwing so much out there,
This
we don't
holiday
know
season?
what's the truth and what's not the truth.
Right.
Like, that's the first thing I heard when I kind of was on the internet a little bit. It was about, Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar because he's a sore loser. Then real legal people got in and say he's not suing Kendrick Lamar. He's suing the music groups and Spotify for them boosting up the sales and them doing this and them doing it. So we don't know what's really like what's going on or what's happening or who he's suing or whatever like that. But if he's suing them, so if Drake is suing them, so everybody else after him don't have to go through what he's went through. Okay, I can understand that. The big music group is a big machine or anything anyway. So yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do for y'all as a union, as a collective. If you got to go out there and throw yourself on the sword so everybody else can be able to walk or run or whatever behind you, do your thing. So I don't really know. So I don't really have an opinion about it. You feel me?
I want to go back to a comment Be Humble said a while ago regarding the boy that was the second grader. He said 7-year-old boy in Maryland was allegedly hung from a bathroom hook by a fourth grader at C. Paul Barnhart Elementary School in Waldorf. The boy was found choking on his own saliva inside the bathroom.
Ooh.
It's crazy work.
So, let's see. Be Humble said to us, so do y'all think UMG has done that for Drake in the past?
Probably so.
Drake a cash cow.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going to do what they got to do to kind of protect their interests.
Hey, how the great saying? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah.
And this is my thoughts on it. So this is another piece of information that I heard about it. I don't know for sure. I don't know people's contracts. We're never in these negotiations when people sign their deals. So
thank God.
So allegedly this is Drake's signing year. Like a year his contract is supposed to be like expired. His current contract is supposed to expire. So he's saying allegedly that UMG and Spotify spent whatever money they needed to spend to boost Not Like Us to decrease Drake's value for when it comes time to re-sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would have signed another contract though. Drake is so big that he just need to be on his own. You think so? I don't mean to cut you off and go like a quick switch subjects, real, but you just said that and it just started in my mind like, my friend just be saying something because I don't think he would sign to another label or nothing like that. You don't think Drake big enough for all this? People want to be, I'm my own boss type thing, and he don't want to be his own boss now?
I don't know because like Nasty Beauty, I think it was Nasty Beauty just said, Nasty Beauty said Drake's time is done. He is being brought up in the XXXTentacion case again. Like Drake has been on the tops of the charts and controlling the game for like 15 years.
Shit, I'll go more than that. I was
gonna say 20.
When I was back in Florida, bro.
20.
And I ain't been in Florida
Somewhere.
in damn near like living in Florida like 20 years almost. I think it's been like 20.
Hell no. Y'all tripping.
So you don't think he been like
05? No.
Nah,
Drake,
you're right.
2010, 2011.
So about 15 years.
Yeah, about 15 years.
About 10, my bad.
Y'all doing 20. No, Wayne was still in his
9-10
mixtape back days.
Yeah, because 9-10. That's when I had just moved back up here. Yeah, you're right.
So this is my thing when it comes to the whole UMG paying anybody paying anybody to boost anybody's music from music platforms to YouTube to social media influencers. I think everybody does that.
I do think too.
I think everybody does that. I think if you, Drake, are trying to sue UMG and Spotify for doing that for Kendrick Lamar, then what is that saying about you when you've done it allegedly? Got to say that allegedly done it in the past for yourself, or when they've done it for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, so does your argument all of a sudden go out of the window? Is that, are you even factoring that? I think this is definitely a sore loser tactic. I wonder if to Nas and Beauty's point, Drake is actually saying like, all right, this is about my time.
But he said that, Drake said that in albums years ago, that he would be over around 36, 37 years old. And that's about what it is now. I mean, you think about it in rap years, this nigga's like 140. You know, like he's approaching 40 years old, right? And he's still putting out, still relevant, right? Even though he lost in this battle, still relevant. And I think, it's it's phasing out for Drake. You lost, but shit, it's been more frivolous lawsuits than this. Whatever.
Oh, he's 38.
Yeah, 38. Okay.
Yeah.
You just had a birthday, right?
Yeah, 87?
Yeah, you got to be 87.
Let's see, but yeah, I think so. Would you consider this a sore loser tactic?
Drake done next year.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
Like he took a miserable L.
But people always say that until
86.
Until it's just business. I don't look at it as a sore loser or anything. It's business is business. People don't, like, they think everybody gonna settle a lot of shit in the streets. No, these corporate motherfuckers get in this courtroom and we gonna sue. That's what happens. We sue. That's what they're doing. They're suing.
That's top dog law.
Yeah. Facts.
A lot of people go into the music industry and they reach the top and think that because they're on top, they're invincible. Do you think that might have been Drake's sentiment at any point?
I thought he was invincible.
Yeah, invincible, because the record label UMG, Spotify, allegedly, if they were boosting Drake's records to boost numbers, right? Because he had
Allegedly.
the boost allegedly. Because he allegedly had the boosters on his side, can't be touched.
But
and now, if that be the case, the people that were boosting him are now boosting his opposition. Now, might he be in his feelings because the carpet has been pulled from under his feet?
hey man, that saying is always relevant. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah, once you go up, man, you got to come down. And I think with just any big time celebrity, right? I've always said this. I consistently say this on the podcast. You're not finna just go walk off into the sunset without any controversy with your bread and stuff like that. No, it's gonna be some bullshit. It's just unfortunate for Drake that they're using Kendrick, and if Kendrick ever got to superstar status as Drake, because even though Kendrick's hot right now, he's not superstar status like Drake. They'll do the same thing to Kendrick, right? It's not a problem. It's about the money at the end of the day for all of these guys. You know what I mean? Artistry is one thing. You can look at like the GNX album. I personally wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm not West Coast. I personally wasn't feeling it. Everybody else said they like it. Cool. He capitalized on it. It's about money. You know what I mean? This isn't underground niggas, rapping and looking like a poor musician. Like these are guys who are getting money. They're supposedly getting money. They're providing money for everybody, all these other conglomerates, these other groups. So it's a big investment. So when you're a big investment like that, you're gonna start doing some suing. Yeah, shit.
MS said, "Good night, fellas. It's getting late in the UK. See you next Sunday."
All right,
All right, bro.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks
We
for
in
stopping
we
by.
in the UK, baby. We in the
worldwide.
UK, yeah.
Well,
we in
we
the UK,
appreciate
yeah.
you,
Look
my
at
guy.
us. What?
Yeah.
Well, we like Drake.
Yeah, but
So we winning. we like Drake in 2015.
but as Jay Everyday was saying, just to piggyback off that, the higher you go, depending on your ride up, how you did and treated people, it's gonna be the harder you fall. So if you treated people nice while you was going up, it's gonna be like a soft landing. But if you treated people fucked up and did all type of crazy stuff to people, that landing gonna be hard. It's gonna break some bones. It's gonna really hurt.
Naps and Beauty bringing up some interesting stuff.
Okay, Naps.
Sister every day, of course.
Naps and Beauty said to be humble. Well, MS said before he left, "Have you guys heard Friday Night Lights by J. Cole?" I'm sure I have. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Of course.
Let's see. Naps and Beauty said they are saying that allegedly they are saying that Drake paid the guy off that hit XXXTentacion. They are being in documents and the gunman in for questioning or bringing in documents. And
As soon as he got popped, he's supposed to get popped.
Be Humble said Drake is no different than Jerry in Straight Outta Compton. Those people love to sue.
Yeah. That's what white corporate people do. They sue. Y'all, we be around here fighting over pennies and crumbs. Yeah. They suing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They suing.
They got
suing.
commas in there.
Yeah, and they ain't suing for no little petty shit. This like 7, 8 figures, 9 figures like type checks they trying to get.
We want to fight.
Yeah, they suing. They suing.
Niggas want to fight and shoot.
Yeah,
we gonna go ahead.
We will sue. And guess what? You ain't got it. You can pay us with your future earnings. Don't worry about it. We're gonna garnish your future earnings. Gonna make it to where you want to delete yourself.
Naps and Beauty said, "What's the difference between Drake versus Kanye in a sense of notoriety?" I'm not elaborate on that question a little bit more for me, Naps and Beauty, if you don't mind. DHBS said Drake wants to stay signed.
Oh, probably.
I think Drake. I'm sorry. I was gonna say Kanye to me has a little bit more serious fan base than Drake. Drake fan base is real fickle. You know what I mean?
I can agree.
Yeah, they're real whimsical. Like, you know, they're part of it. You know, they're just kind of with the wave. Whatever the wave is, that's, you know, Kanye's fans, people who've been listening to Kanye and really rock with Kanye, rocks with Kanye.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just kind of like that.
You know what I equate Drake fans to? And don't take this wrong, ladies, but I've Drake them to the women. They always changing their mind about some shit.
Yeah.
And it's no shade, but y'all know how y'all are. Y'all always change y'all mind about shit. You like this one day, but the next day you hate it. Like your Miami trips.
Because you was doing down there.
Yeah,
No.
motherfucker know what you was doing.
You was double dick clutching. One in one hand, one in the other, you double dick clutching.
Hey, bro, that's diabolical. That's crazy work. That is crazy work.
This your favorite after church podcast. You know?
That's crazy work right there. Double.
You know what actually?
Boy, it's crazy work, bro. It's diabolical, man.
And this is actually in recent years. Wait,
one last thing before you go. I'm gonna go with a DXPH thing. That's nefarious. That is very DXPH. Know what I'm talking? That's nefarious. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
So, one thing that definitely turned me away from Drake, generally speaking, is when he started doing all these feminine antics in the media. Like when he started wearing the pink. Was he wearing? He was wearing like pink nail polish and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of love.
He like pink barrettes and stuff in his hair, and then the feminine hairstyles. It's like, all right, what is going on here?
Agenda.
What is like? I'm gonna have to pull back from this and watch that dude from I'm already watching from a distance, but I'm gonna have to separate myself even further from that, because what is going on here? You think it's that part of the humiliation ritual we were talking about?
Yeah, I think it is. I think there's always something. Again, we talked about it. It's gonna be somebody else. But why are they always put in these positions? Like, why do you always got to do some weird shit? You know, you weren't doing that any time before. Now all of a sudden you want to switch it up to who? What what fan base is asking for this?
And then
What fan base is actually this?
I agree with what you said about the fan base between Kanye and Drake, because Kanye fans, between the two, I think Drake fans care more for what sounds popular on the radio, which is fleeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Kanye West his fans care more for artistry and music. Whatever lane that goes down, but they care more for artistry and music. So, yeah, I think, like Maul said, I think the more diehard fans are with Kanye than with Drake.
No, Jay Everyday said that.
Oh, sorry. Jay Everyday said.
Yeah.
Well,
See, that's a Kanye West fan. And I fuck with Ye. I fuck with Ye. Ye, I mean, Ye gospel album was the coldest gospel album I've ever heard. I don't know what y'all.
That 3-pack though, ain't nothing beating that 3-pack.
Gospel album. Ye's gospel album was cold.
That 3-pack was off the chain though.
You serious?
What are we comparing this to? What, BB and CC wine? It's like, yeah, that shit colder than BB and CC. Like, that shit cold. Ye shit was cold. This is what it is. You know what I mean? I'd go to church to listen to that.
Yeah, man. I think this is a sign of the beginning of the, I don't say the downfall, but the career ending of Drake. Like, it should just end on the top note. You know what I mean?
I don't think
It's
so,
just,
though.
I think his name will always be recognized. I think if he continues to make music, I think he'll be able to still top the charts.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes down to what my theory is, in that UMG, Spotify is trying to decrease his value if he wants to re-sign, go from a $400 million contract down to maybe a 250, 200, maybe 175, then I wouldn't blame him for, because listen, no matter how long you've been working for a company, that company wants to figure out how they can do more with less.
Mm-hmm.
These, like, we've seen it when it comes to on a everyday level, where companies are laying people off and expecting and tasking the remaining employees to do more things with less bodies.
I concur.
So instead of paying two people, let's just say $40,000, we'll pay one person $40,000, still keep the same increases in pay, the small increments, 50 cents, maybe $1, $1.25, but still expect them to do both jobs.
I think they're trying to do it with like 60. I don't think 40.
I was gonna say 60, but
I think that sounded a little bit better, 60. You know, we just went down from an 80 to a 60. That's cool.
You said Big Ben colder than the Statue of Liberty. It's crazy work.
What? Big Ben code?
You know that big ass clock.
Oh.
Yeah, man, that set the internet ablaze. That Drake is. A lot of people were saying that he's suing Kendrick Lamar. I don't see how he could.
But you know that's the internet, though. I try to stay off that shit.
Yeah, they just be saying shit.
Yeah, they do. They just be saying it just to get a reaction out of people and all this other stuff.